Welcome, 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 Three Cushion Billiards sports fans. My name is Ira Lee, and it's my honor and privilege to be here at the 2025 USBA Three Cushion National Championship at Bergen Billiards in New Jersey, and we're ready to watch the final match between Pedro Piedrabuena and Raymon Groot. Before we start the match, I'm going to thank our sponsors. The players are now practicing, finishing up their practice, and then we're going to start talking a little bit about what's happened this whole week. It's been an amazing week of three cushion play here in New Jersey at our new room, opened up by the young affable player Kang Lee. He opened up a room, his dream room, called Bergen Billiards in North New Jersey, and he's got 9 Hollywood tables, heated tables, and 8 pool tables, and to really to show his dedication to the sport and also his love for the game, he decided right away that he would, right after opening just a few short months ago, that he would like to do the three cushion U.S. Nationals at his place. So we're very thankful to Kang Lee. It's an amazing feat that he not only played the event, he made it to the semifinal round, and he just lost by a very close margin to the super dangerous Raymon Groot, who we're about to watch play the final with Pedro Piedrabuena, our 12-time U.S. national champion. The first thing I'd like to do is thank our sponsors. Royal Pro, the official cloth of the USBA Nationals. Aramith billiard balls, arguably the best billiard balls in the business. Predator Carom, Predator CRM, technology for ultra low deflection carbon fiber shafts and standard deflection shafts are available exclusively at caromsports.com. Also look out for beautiful signature special edition three cushion cues by Predator commemorating Sang Lee and also Danny Sanchez. J Workshop, a wonderful local cue maker, Sang Jin Lee, makes a beautiful pool and carom cue. He also played this tournament, which is pretty amazing. We've got a lot of talent. Bergen Billiards, the new room. Please, it's a destination spot. Please try to. You owe it to yourself to try to make it out here. If you love three cushion billiards, if you like pool, come out and see this wonderful room. Very comfortable atmosphere and a perfect place to train and practice. Spinhound is providing the scoring systems and the charts, and in association with USBA, usba-carom.org. Find out how to participate in organized three cushion play in the United States. Also check on the YouTube channel USBA Live, and also my channel Ira Lee 3C to follow the action. We've been here all week, and we've narrowed down 56 players in 8 flights of 7, where the top 3 from each of the 8 flights advanced to a single elimination round, and then we've whittled it down to the last 2, and we're about to watch an exciting match between Pedro Piedrabuena, the 12-time U.S. national champion, and Raymon Groot. Joining me to help with the commentary work is Andrew Jankito. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Ira, thanks for having me here. Looking forward to this great final match.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. Andrew is one of the most important people for the USBA organizationally. He's been affiliated with our sport for many, many years, and is is very easily to say that we're all here as a result of all his hard work over the many years. So we're very much thankful to you, Andrew.
Well, I appreciate that, Ira. And the other thing I'd like to mention and thank private individuals who make donations to the USBA for prize money or travel money for the players. So I'd like to thank Bob Jewett, who's been a contributor for many years. Charlie Brown, who is also the tournament director. Charlie works effortlessly, endlessly, and is just a great person to have around billiards. Tom Scoreboard, has recently come into the game and has made financial contributions to help us.
Yeah,
with
that's
the prize
wonderful. He's
money.
also on the board of directors as well.
Yes, he is.
And so, yeah, it's been really great to have. Also, I'd like to thank Roy Chung, who's been instrumental in helping to set up and install the scoring systems, and also make sure everything's smooth technically. We're taking a look at the knockout chart here from the quarterfinals to the finals. Kang Lee had a great run. He beat 2020 USBA national champion Tae-Kyu Lee. He just narrowly lost to Raymon Groot in the second semifinal. And Pedro Piedrabuena, his first two matches were commanding performances that really show the extra high class. What kind of class player he is.
Yeah, and Pedro seems to be on the march for that 13th title.
That is a record for the United States. Sang Lee won 12 consecutive, but he never won a 13th. And Pedro Piedrabuena is if he wins this national championship, he will win his 13th. And that's an amazing accomplishment. It shows his dedication for his lifelong dream.
And Ira, let me just spend like a quick.
Hold on. The players are about ready to lag.
Yep, back live.
I have some interesting stats that we've compiled. Raymon Groot and Pedro have extraordinarily high lag winning percentages. And in actuality, Pedro has a 78% chance of making the lag, and Raymond a 70%. In this case, he actually won, and his chance of making runs off the break are also very high. So,
nicely done.
Oh yeah.
A kiss with the red.
He got a kiss with the red, which kind of would have, if he didn't get the kiss, he would have had an even better position. But I think he may have rolled into a tiki, which could, be even better. I'm not sure if he can make it, but let's see if he's looking at it. Yeah, he's looking at the tiki.
Coming behind the yellow.
Yeah, he's going to take his time.
It's very tight though.
He got up. Maybe he's not comfortable with it. It's hard to see exactly from here if he can capture the tiki. Yep, well, he's going to go for it. Well, it might be going around the table if he catches the yes, he was playing. Oh, a little bit lucky.
Yeah,
a little bit
down,
lucky.
I think.
That's right. A little bit fortunate there. A high speed to. He gets kissed out, but then scores anyway. A little bit fortunate. He apologizes to Pedro. I overheard Raymond before the match saying that he was just going to play very aggressively because he knows what kind of player Pedro is. He can make a lot of points very, very quickly.
Just scored his third point. He has an open position here.
I think both of these players, they love to have the balls in the middle of the table. It gives more options to go for either side of either ball. And this is a perfect position that Raymond is in order to score. 5 rails, I believe, he's going to take. Very nice. He pushes the red. He pushes the yellow to the middle of the table and comes around the score.
we do not play with a shot clock, so players are going to take their time.
Yeah, we're still very conservative here. We're the old school, old style.
Long short ball.
He's
Little jaw,
stunned into
curve.
does he have too much English on this rail?
Yep.
Yeah, he kind of hit a little bit too much ball. He lost the control, but he ran 4, which is a good opening inning for anybody.
Good start.
Yep, and it's what he's going to have to do in order to defeat Pedro. Pedro's been playing at an incredible level for the last 2 games, especially that first game. He averaged 3 for the entire match, which is really beautiful to watch.
Now, Pedro had a little time off between his semifinal and the final, and Raymon had about 10 minutes.
Which could help him,
Good.
right? Because he's in stroke. On the other hand, Pedro is well rested. Ready to focus. Beautiful shot.
He did not get lucky with the way his yellow hit the red. Just didn't hit it full. Ended up at the opposite end of the table.
Yeah, this is a challenge. He might have a shot with outside English to the red, where he can swing it across and have running on the last 2 rails. That might be what he's trying.
So long, short ball.
That's right. Check side on the first rail with a follow and running English on the next 2. Yeah, beautiful attempt. The level of focus, that Pedro's able to sustain is sometimes pretty incredible.
It's very, very remarkable, methodical, pleasure to watch.
Yes, especially when he starts connecting, and you get the feeling that he has no trouble making any point on the table. But Raymon's really, jumping out of the gate might be the.
Is he going to play this 5 or 7?
He's going to play it 6 or 7, I think. Let's see what happens here. Is it short enough?
2 more rails, so played it. And
yeah, a little bit
no
slid
backup.
a little bit long. Yeah, he was trying to go short there. Certainly had the power. Pedro looking at a short angle.
Just going to hit this high. Too much spin off the 3rd rail. What's he playing here? A drop in?
He's playing to the short rail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, short, long, short.
Like that pattern?
Yeah,
Very nice.
and actually hit it great. Comes in from underneath. Great shot. This looks like a pretty challenging shot. He could stun to the right side of the red, and with a lot of English, try to catch two more underneath. That's what he's looking at, trying to back out under the yellow.
So you think short, long, short?
Oh no, yeah, no. What he's doing?
He's cueing it that
he's
way.
playing left English. Yeah. He's going to try to hit short, long, short with a very delicate spin.
Nicely done.
Oh yeah, looks really good. Oh, just a little too much English. But it's, a little bit defensive, to try to just move away from the ball. He had a good chance to score. Obviously, he was trying his best to score. Pedro looking at a shot maybe from the white. Not sure if he can go long enough. He's looking to see if he can. He'd have to hit the white pretty thin and hopefully not cause any other kisses on the way. He certainly doesn't want to bank the white into the red. He's playing outside English from the red to try to swing across with the reverse English long, long, short, I think. That's what he's looking at. I'm curious to see how he's going to pass a kiss with the red, because the red's going to be going to two rails.
Yeah, there's a kiss area over that corner.
It's a kiss that I'm constantly plagued with when I shoot shots of this shape.
Second time he got down and got up.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it.
He'll only shoot it if he sees a window where he can get out of the kiss. Otherwise, he'll probably completely choose a different shot. He apologizes for taking the extra time. Let's take a moment to see if we can see what he sees. He's thinking of clipping the right side of the red with maximum right English, slicing the red to the upper left corner, but then his cue ball is going to swing over, and he's going to have to avoid that. Right there, he avoids it. And now he tries to spin two more rails. Let's see, does he make it?
No.
Not quite, but he did pass the kiss by a big margin, which is what he was worried about. Now Raymon at the table with a 5-1 lead, which he's going to want to keep developing. He can hit the yellow.
He's going to go cross table, right?
Long, long, short, and drop it in. It gives him a positional chance, safety, everything's built in. You can keep control. It's a little too flat. He wanted to hook forward a little bit. He put follow on this ball, and he wanted it to hook forward after the first rail.
Didn't curve after the first rail.
Yeah, it didn't curve as much as he needed it to, and that's why it got flattened out. And
he knew it right away.
He knew it the second he hit it. Returns the control back to Pedro, and Pedro goes into a 5-rail pattern. In this case, 6 rails. Beautiful shot, Pedro.
The table conditions have been great for the whole tournament.
Incredible. I mean, haven't heard a single complaint. I mean, how can you? It's literally perfect conditions for 3-cushion billiards. The cloth we're playing is Royal Pro, which is the official sponsor of the U.S. Nationals. It's an official cloth sponsor.
Yes, it is.
And I think everybody in the tri-state region, in Chicago, all over the country, they're shooting and liking the Royal Pro synthetic cloth.
It's also the cloth that Kang Lee, the owner of this room, usually uses.
Right. He's got some pretty discerning customers. Wow, beautiful shot. He just
skimmed it.
Just clipped it.
Still counts.
I like to say he hit it with authority. Let's take a look at that one again. he rushed over to see if he made it. He knew it's going to be close.
To look at the line.
He thinks he may have missed it short, but look, he just catches the edge of it.
A deep sigh of relief.
In the meantime, Pedro just walked over to the corner to see where he's banking that red ball, because if he banks the red ball, he's going to go around the table and try to hit, around the table to hit into the white. But if he banks the red too deep into the corner,
come out,
but hits the long rail first, he'll come back and haunt him. So there he got out of the kiss. And he scored perfect control.
Nicely done.
Yeah. And not only that, he banked it deep out of the corner into the other corner. Almost a similar situation. Well, not quite. Every situation is vastly different, but here's a situation where he needs to go around the table long, short, long, and he's got to hit a lot of ball. He doesn't want to have that yellow interfere with that red ball.
It looks like he's playing a 3.
Whatever it is, he's going to have to hit a lot of balls so he doesn't cut that white into the red. He does that. Oh, wow. Perfect control. I love how he keeps the balls always in the middle of the table with lots of space around him so he can choose.
Has more options.
More options. More than other players, he has always many options.
Pedro has been on the scene a long time, has a lot of international experience, but Raymon, about 25 years younger, I think, than Pedro.
Raymon is just celebrated his birthday.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I think he's 32 or 33. Yeah, he's 32, I think.
But Raymon also has, especially in the last couple of years, done very well.
Beautiful shot. No, he's been knocking at the door for a long time. I think it's a dream of his to become U.S. national champion. He would love to have that on his resume. He's a dedicated player. He tries to. It's tough. It's always a grind, but he tries to make it to the big tournaments and stay in competition. It's not easy, though.
He qualified for the 2024 World Individual Championship. And
Beautiful.
In 2024, he and Hugo Patino finished third in the Team World Championship.
That's an amazing accomplishment and great for the American billiards, because it's been a long time that the United States has made any kind of statement on the world scene, and to have, I feel like it's an honor and privilege just to have him, as a resident of the United States and playing to represent the United States, because we need young players just like him with that kind of energy. Oh, look at this shot! Is it possible that he can make this point? Oh, he almost gets lucky. He was actually trying to go around the corners there.
Smiled a little bit.
Yeah, he smiled a little bit. The rolls are a part of this. He tried to catch the long rail. Instead, he slid down. Now the cue ball's got maximum spin, and he almost doubled out of the far corner. Very, very, very close to making that shot.
So the USBA will send 4 players to the Pan American Championship, which is the first week of June.
Right.
Pedro and Raymon have already indicated they will go. John Park, who was one of the semifinalists, has also indicated he would go.
Very nice. In the meantime, we can see that Raymon just made a really nice controlled round the table shot, trying to keep control of the balls here. Wide open. If he can feather the yellow and come around 5 rails, he'll do that. Otherwise, he might want to hit off the red. No, he can. He looks like he sees a path. He's got to make sure he doesn't slice the yellow into the same path that the cue ball is going to be coming in order to make the point. Decided to go 3 rails to avoid all the problems. And he does it perfect control.
Nice speed control.
Very, very good. Now he's looking at a short angle. Beautiful shot by Raymon. He used the speed to extend the line before the cue ball broke.
Did he hit that with a little reverse a little bit? Or was
I
it
don't
all
know. I
speed?
think it was all speed with no English. You know, he didn't need to hold it up. What he needed to do is just use the speed so that the cue ball wouldn't hook prematurely. And he timed it perfectly.
Did not get the best position from that.
Well, sometimes
The balls don't cooperate.
yeah, you can't control everything, but you know what? He can. He's gonna try to. He needs to play very smart. In other words, he's got to keep Pedro at bay. Pedro has the habit of just seizing the opportunity and making big runs every inning. Looks like he's going to stun this into a long 5-railer, very, very full ball and all the way into the corner. He had a little too much follow.
To the corner.
Yeah, and then it hooked forward. He was trying to play it long, judging by the speed that he used.
All right, Ira, what's he playing here?
I don't know. He was pretending that he was gonna jack up and try to hit the white ball first, but it almost looks like the bank shot is easier, because if he stunned off the white ball to get the angle, there's still a lot of kisses. So I think he might play the bank shot where he goes long, short, long, comes off the top of the white, and it's a pretty big ball to score.
It's like on the 50 path, so he's rolling it up to the first diamond.
What a nice shot Pedro just played.
And got rewarded.
Very much rewarded. Now he's able to just roll this naturally and try to control the position of the red ball. He drives it to the short rail.
And a backup.
Oh, and that was the hole. That was a tiny little hole there in between. If he was any longer or shorter, he would have captured the point. Take a look at this. It comes into the corner. There's many ways to score usually, but there is a small hole right there, and that's he found it.
And I don't think he was playing it short. I think it just came up short.
Yeah. He was playing it directly. It's a very good trip, very good effort. I think he wanted to hook forward just a little bit more. He's got the force follow, the check side on the first rail.
It really has to come out
It
almost
kinda-
out of the corner.
Yeah, it just grabbed a little too much on that first rail. He wanted to hook forward a little bit more. Very good effort, though. Yeah, with all this English, he missed it long.
both players playing with carbon fiber shafts.
That's correct. Raymon plays with a Predator Revo carbon fiber shaft and ultra low deflection. And I'm not sure what brand cue Pedro is playing with. I believe it is Tiger, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, very uncharacteristic miss by Pedro.
Not happy with that
No,
effort.
he's not happy with that. No, he lost a little focus, maybe a little control. He was trying to catch a third rail obviously before, maybe caught a little bit more ball than he expected to. But the table's also shortening up now. You know, the weather's been very humid. Yesterday it rained all day, and many players did notice that the tables started shortening up, which is normal.
Normal. It's been tournament play for several days. And I think they put the cloth on the table about a week ago. Had a couple days to break it in before the tournament began.
Sure. But the nice thing about these heated tables, they usually stave off the moisture and it stays long most of the time. But the fluctuations are natural and happen, and the players do have heightened sensitivity to that. So. So Raymon's going to try to drop this in. Pedro closing his eyes, trying to gain his focus. Raymon catches a perfect amount of reverse English on that second rail. Keeps the control. Yellow is big like a school bus.
It's a +2, short, long.
He can, yeah. That would be a nice position. He's kind of tall, so it's okay. I can't believe he's looking at playing this as a tickie. I think it's a little bit... I don't think he will. I think he'll hit off the red, if he can reach it. He seems to be, liking the view from here.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised he's not hitting off the red. Maybe he just can't reach it. He likes the tickie. He seems to really like the tickie. He's got to worry about a hole behind the red, though. That's a hole I'm very familiar with. Ooh, he took care of that. Beautiful shot.
Raymon with a 4-point lead, still at the table.
And he's close to his work. And on another run of 3. He ran 3 a couple of innings ago. One thing we started keeping track of, what are the percentages of making different point runs that the players had. And it was very interesting because Raymon has a very high percentage of making 4+ point runs, much more than other players, which means he's playing position and really controlling the balls. A flat short angle.
Out of the corner.
Oh, is it too flat? Perfect. Very nice control.
So there's extra prize money for best game and high run. So Pedro has the best game so far, and I think Raymon has the high run so far.
Really? Well, how many did Raymon run?
I had 9 in the quarterfinals, and so it's a high run in the finals, the final 24.
Oh, okay. I get it.
And
so here, Raymon, it's not that easy because he can play the right side of the yellow and then try to go around the table to back up into the red. It's hard to go long into that red. But then he also has to worry about just
what's he do with
knocking the yellow right into the red. I mean, that's looming. There's a lot of kisses here, a lot of problems, but it looks like he's found a way, a path, a solution. Let's see how he avoids the yellow running into the red, because That's a kiss I'm trying to learn how to avoid.
Gonna drive it long, short, long. No, into the gap. And
Oh, and that's the kiss. So Pedro comes to the table with an opportunity here. It's kind of a similar shot. A little easier to manage, I think, because he can hit the red full enough so it doesn't kiss into the white and then spin around the corner to try to to back up into the white. Let's see where he hits the red ball. Doesn't want to move that white. Oh, that's exactly the kiss he wanted to avoid.
Maybe a little nervousness is setting in on both players.
Well, both players have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. As I said before, Raymon's break building skills are very high. He runs a lot of and out runs, I've noticed. But Pedro himself, too. I mean, what's really astounding with Pedro's game is he has very few empty innings in the percentage of other players. 5 cushions long. Is it long enough? May not be long enough.
Yep, a little short.
Both Raymon and Pedro have played a number of games on this table. Perhaps not fully a coincidence. You know, they've been featured on this table, so they're pretty familiar with this table, I think.
And this is actually Pedro's third game on this table today.
Really?
Yeah, because he opened up in the quarterfinals.
That's
on this
right,
table,
that's right.
And he played the semis and then the finals.
So if anything, he can't have any excuses about not being familiar with the table. Pedro looking at some kind of bank shot. Yeah, if he hits the rails first, he can hit any amounts. Well, if he can hit any amounts of white ball, he should score. You know, because the red ball will just be pushed to the corner. If he doesn't have to, in other words, have to just split the balls. So I think he's going to play 3 rails directly into white, not off the back rail. Off the back rail, it might be a very small ball. So let's see if he goes
15, 16.
3 rails directly into the white. Ooh. Yeah, he had to hit the white. Off the red, there was too many kisses to be able to go. But okay, that's. I'm sure he's collecting some data about how the table's behaving. And now Raymon is looking to whip out of the corner with and go short to catch another 2 rails. It doesn't go short enough. A dangerous
with that
mistake.
Speed, it was going to just knock back up.
Yes, that's right. A dangerous error to make against Pedro. You know, you're giving him too many chances to just walk right back up to the table, and after you miss.
So this is the first year in the USBA where we did not have a playoff game for third place. So this year we have 2 third-place finishers.
Okay. So that would be shared by Kang Lee and
John Park.
John Park. Okay. 3rd and 4th. 5 rails.
Not enough speed, I don't think.
Well, he does have the speed.
No, he made it. Yes.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot by Pedro.
So in years past, the third place game was always played simultaneously with the championship. And we felt it distracted a little bit from the championship. So we decided to award just 2 third places. Instead.
Fair enough, fair enough. I think, just to be able to make it this far is a great achievement. So Pedro very close to his work, able to get a perfect contact on this, on the first object ball. I'm surprised he's not playing off the red. He must see some shot. Yeah, he sees something off of this. I guess he's going to go deep, deep, deep in the corner and try to go 5 rails directly into the red. Nope, he's going to play off the red, off the left side of the red and go 5 rails. Now the question is, this red ball is going to bank out of that corner, and is it going to bother the white? Oh, it just did.
Shakes his head.
That's precisely what he was trying to avoid, is banking that red into the white. Easier said than done. It was a good line to score, though. So Raymon looking to play 5 rails. The red ball should be completely out of the way. Wonderful. Wonderful, and all the balls are in the middle of the table.
Would have preferred if the white was not as close to the red as it is.
Yeah, it's never good to be too close to the object balls. You can cut off, sight of one or more edges, but you can't always control that, right? Because there's kisses and all the things that happen. Yeah, he's limited right now because the red ball's kind of eclipsing his view of anything. He might be able to just slice the red very thin and play 4 rails. I think that's what he's looking at. What do you think?
I'm not certain what he's looking at. Yeah.
I think he's just going
to play a short
tickle
long,
it and then try to play 4 rails.
Long, yeah. Delicate. He's going to look at it again.
Very delicate. I mean, he's like, a couple of millimeters from the ball. Oh, he's going to try to draw this. His cue ball will be curving with the draw.
No, up and down.
Wow, what a beautiful attempt.
And a little kiss right there.
No. Oh, wow, that was very fortunate. But you know what? He hit that great. I have to say that he hit that extremely well. He was obviously trying to play short.
Yeah. It was an up and down time shot.
That's right. I think he was going for the short kiss. No, he really, I think he deserved the points anyway. He played that. It was an ingenious solution, actually. I think very a pattern very seldom used. Short. And so he's got 2 points, and he looks like he's going to try to drop this in as a safety. Oh, no, he's playing with inside English. Does he have enough English on this rail?
Looks like it.
Yes, it does. What control. Wow. He puts a perfect amount of English on this cue ball. Spins right into the line. Beautiful. Ooh.
So
Now-
Pedro, in his quest to get the 13th title, last year he was a finalist and lost to Hugo Patino.
Right, and
And
Hugo.
now he's trailing.
Right, but Hugo ended up. Oh, look at this! Does he find a hole? No. Very nice shot by Raymon. Groot is just really gunning for this.
Yeah, Hugo could not find his stroke this week. Just started in the preliminaries.
He was struggling all week with the tables, but I must say that of the other, compared to the other players, Hugo did not spend as much time at Bergen, practicing on the tables as some of the other players. It's not that he doesn't understand the tables. He knows how to play on pretty much anything under the sun, but to be really in tune with the conditions is what we're talking about. Raymond is going to try to whip out of that corner. Avoid the yellow.
Almost all the way to the corner.
Ooh.
Needed to be a little longer.
Tried to dive into the corner with a high speed. Just didn't quite catch the corner as deeply as he wanted to.
Caught at like the first diamond.
He really wanted that one. Even had the head bobbing in body English.
Which sometimes helps.
Oh,
Sometimes.
it helps. It seems to work with my opponents much better than myself.
$16 to 9 in 9 innings.
Which might be considered a lead for most players, but Pedro, I don't think he's fazed by it at all. He's just waiting for his opportunities. He can flip a game around no matter how much of a lead his opponent has. I remember when Kang had, oh, look at this shot, perfect. I remember when Kang had I think it was a 32 to 20 lead in the semifinals in Chicago, and Pedro just tore him apart with a comeback, and just very methodical. So here, Pedro has a 5-cushion shot off the right side of the red, but he's got to be really careful where he banks that red, because that red ball may come round the bend and start interfering with the white ball path.
And his cue is close to the cushion, so he has a little cueing problem.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, very close.
And he had hit it slightly above center and it followed.
Yeah, he kind of hit a little bit more ball than he wanted to, I think. Yeah, he hit a little bit fuller than he wanted to, and then lost the angle. Okay, Raymond wastes no time. Uh-oh. Okay, no problem. Comes around. Now what? A little unfortunate roll here. He can play a bank shot. He might be able to double the long rail with inside English, but then he just got to make sure he doesn't cut the red into the yellow. Inside English, double the rail?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful control. Very nice shot by Raymon.
I could not tell what he was playing there from our angle.
Let's take a look at that. He was able to hit the red thin enough to avoid kissing it into the yellow, and then he dosed it with the perfect amount of inside, which was not maximum, because if you put maximum, you can easily miss it. Beautiful shot.
Very nicely done.
Control, a lot of control. Raymon playing very masterfully. I believe there is a compulsory break after one of the players reaches the midway point.
Correct.
Raymon's going to play 5 cushions here. He's going to have to drive the yellow out of the way, miss the kiss, miss the other kiss, and make five cushions. Beautiful control by Raymon. And he pushes the yellow into the other corner. Very nice. He almost cut the yellow ball into the red.
I don't think he wanted to
do that close. Yeah. But he did avoid the kiss, and that's hard enough. That's really nice. Now what does he have here? He can try to go 5 cushion and draw it long, but he's got to just be, his first priority is not driving the red anywhere near the kiss. And if that means he has to draw it and snake it with a lot of English. Ooh, this is a good shot. Very nice. What a control. So Raymon doing exactly what he needs to do. Last inning he had 4. Now he's on another run of 4. And really controlling the game here. No, he's jacked up over the...
Little trouble cueing.
Yeah, little trouble cueing. He definitely wants to hit the red ball because it's just the easier shot. Plus, I think it's a factor that he just preferred to keep Pedro stuck on the rail. I mean, he could turn around and play lefty and play on the outside of the yellow, but he's not even thinking about that. He'd rather jack up over this ball, deal with the awkward cueing, trying to punch a shot around the table, and then, see if he can capture 4 rails. Doesn't want the red ball to go 2 rails into the yellow either. It's a lot of problems here. There's a kiss. Yep. Very hard to control.
All right, so we're going to take a break.
And
20
the players,
to 10 at halftime. About a 5-minute break.
Yeah, let's take a look. One more shot at this. He jacks up, tries to punch the cue ball over to the long rail, but then he cuts the red ball directly into the kiss. Okay, but in the halftime game, I'm going to use the opportunity to thank our sponsors, Royal Pro, Revolutionary Billiard Cloth. Royal Pro is the official cloth for the USBA Nationals, and I have to say that everyone in this tournament has been just saying nice things about the performance of this cloth. Professional playing conditions, regardless of the humidity. It's very easy to maintain. The room owners love it. Very durable. Check out Royal Pro Billiard Cloth. It's available at caramsports.com. It's also Aramith billiard balls, the best billiard balls in the business. And now Predator CRM, Predator Carom cues. Makers of the Revo carbon fiber ultra low deflection shaft and standard deflection shafts, also available at caramsports.com. Also check out Predator's special edition Sang Lee Carom cues and Danny Sanchez Carom cues, all beautiful high performance playing cues used by the top professionals in the world. In fact, Semi Sagner just recently won the world championship of the PBA organization using ultra low deflection Predator Revo Carom cue. Also using the cues Danny Sanchez, Typhoon Tazdemir, top rankers like Semi Sidom and Jeremy Bury, many others. Predator Revo, 3CU and 3CS, high performance 3-cushion shafts. J Workshop, one of our super talented New York players, Sangjin Lee, is now a very capable custom cue maker. He makes beautiful pool and carom cues, so you want to check that out. J Workshop, thanks for his support. I want to thank our host again, Kang Lee, wonderful player, affable, super gentleman. He's hosting the USBA Nationals this year at this beautiful room that he just opened up just several months ago. And Bergen, if you're ever in the region, Bergen Billiards has 9 perfect heated carom tables, Hollywood carom tables with perfect conditions, cloth and balls. Check out Bergen Billiards. They have also 8 9-foot pool tables. So beautiful, beautiful playing conditions for the discerning pool and billiard player. Spinhound for the scoring system, and go visit usba-carom.org to find out how you can participate. Not only as a fan by checking out the USBA live YouTube stream, but also just finding out more about how you might want to play in a qualifying event or in any organized play that's happening in the United States. usba-carom.org. All right, so the players are still on their break. I'm gonna show the bracket just so we can talk about what happened here. This morning in the quarterfinals, Ricardo Caranco lost a close game with John Park, who played a beautiful tournament all week long.
And that ended what many were anticipating, a rematch of Ricardo Caranco and Pedro Piedrabuena. Ricardo had defeated Pedro in the preliminaries.
I heard he has his number of sorts, and people were thinking that might happen again. We were doing a little bit like, fantasy, trying to figure out who's going to win this thing. And Ricardo Caranco really came out as a Pedro Piedrabuena killer. Pedro skirted that because he was playing so strong against Wansik Kang. He played almost 3 average. I think he did end up with like a 3 average.
2.667.
2.6. But the entire match, he was just pounding Wansik with like 4s and 3s and 4s and 6. It was a wonderful game, and I'm going to watch that game. It was so instructive. He was solving every problem, missing all the kisses, controlling every aspect of the game. And Wansik played
beautiful tournament.
Wow.
Beautiful tournament.
And he averaged, 1 average game against Pedro, and he just got absolutely murdered.
And that's also his first USBA tournament.
His first quarterfinal. So I'm really, really proud. He's a local New Jersey player. His home room is now Bergen Billiards. So, he has home court advantage, but, he's so proud and happy to even be, to have made it this far. I spoke to him. He's got no regrets. He's just inspired to play and practice more.
And then in the lower bracket.
In the lower bracket, Taegyu Lee. Taegyu Lee and Kang Lee had a battle, a real battle. It went back and forth, and then finally, the famous pool player Kang Lee, who's now arguably one of the top contenders. He's been knocking on the door here at these national events, always ranking high. He took down the 2020 USBA national champion Taegyu Lee.
40-38.
40-38 in a battle that was just strategic. It was just moves, perfect execution, and then Kang Lee earned a chance to play a semifinal match with Raymon Groot, who defeated SK Hong, who also had a wonderful tournament. SK Hong averaged nearly 1.3 for the preliminary round. I think it was 1.2 he finished with.
I spoke to SK, and I told him he's getting better every year.
Oh, he's for sure. He used to be my teammate in league, and he's just, every time I see him, he's playing better and better. He's also a New Jersey local and a person who's very dedicated to the game. Anyway, the better player won in that case. Raymond Groot defeated SK Hong. I won't say handily, but Raymond Groot was a pretty definitive win.
40-31.
Yep. And then Kangley and Raymond Groot had a battle where Raymond Groot beat Kang 40-38 in 31 innings.
And Kang had the lead until the last couple innings.
Yes, but Raymond's experience shone through, and just he said, "Not this year, Kang. Maybe next year. I want to play the finals with Pedro." And this time, I think Raymond is really showing his drive, his determination, his experience, that he can stand and share a table with Pedro. It's really impressive to watch them play.
Little background noise right now as the crowd is waiting for the
fans
players
are waiting
to resume.
for the players to return to their chair. Pedro's already ready, and he's waiting for Raymond.
It's Raymond. Yep.
Yeah. So the score is 20-10 in only 10 innings. Raymond's putting together a very, very nice game here, and so let's continue with this action here.
All right, so I think what's going on, there was some rumor that in the scorekeeping an error had been made and a point was maybe added. And it may be that Pedro only has 9, but
I don't know, but if there needs to be a correction, if somebody has, maybe we should try to handle this. I'm going to go and get involved here. Maybe you can keep everybody informed of what's going on. But
this is Charlie Brown, who's the tournament director, and they're discussing it. So there was some question about maybe a point was added when it should not have been, and I think Charles is now going to come over to us.
Well, it's possible for the tournament director to take a look at the scoring data. We have the record, the score sheet that's being kept tracked electronically, and in this particular critical situation, I'd be surprised if we can't find out the truth by looking at the video and then rectify it. So
let me. I'm going to step away, go talk to Charles.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll run a couple of commercials. So Roy, the technician, is going over to fix an error that in the score. I'm confident that they're going to be able to resume this game. And yes, they verified with the video and with the data, and they were able to make the correction and resume the game. Okay, so here we go. Let's continue the action. It's very important to be accurate. Thanks for the spin hound system. Oh, it looks like he's going to try to thin the red and go short, long, long. Let's see how he avoids the kiss with the red. Drives it out. And perfect. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Oh, wow. So this is Pedro's strong suit. He can take a situation and just seize control of it, of the positions. One of the things that he's going to try to do for this second half of the game is make up some of the lost ground, of course, but stop Raymon from controlling the positions, which Raymon really seized control.
So he brings the white over to the long rail.
Brings the white over. This is not easy though, because this red ball is in a position where it's very difficult to just play a short angle off the red. I mean, I suppose he can if he just feather thinned it, but it's not easy. He could conceivably hit the left side of the red and go short, long, short, but he's not doing that. It looks like he's maybe going to go through the ball with a lot of spin. Curious to see what he's going to do here. Feather thin? Okay. Ladder thin. Feather thin. Oh, he tried to pass the kiss. He employed as much body English as he could. So that was a mishit, a rare mishit by Pedro. I think he wanted to hit that ball a lot thinner than he did. But a tough shot.
Hard to do.
Yeah, so hard. And now
Gonna reverse it.
I don't know what he's doing. Is he clipping the ball?
Yeah, I'm gonna reverse it.
Yeah, he can clip the ball with maximum spin and try to play it long, short, long, short.
No.
He was trying to go
very
straight
nice.
to the short rail.
And gave up on that shot immediately.
Yeah, well, he miscued. And he lost control. Miscue. But here's a situation where Pedro is. He would like to hit the
Gonna try four rails. Right?
4 rails from the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if he tries to hit the white first, he's jacked up and shooting over the ball. It's hard to get a good hit. This way,
It's a little stretch.
he can get the perfect hit. He's a tall guy. He'll be able to. He's looking at the line. He's looking at exactly on all the cushions he needs to hit. There's no kisses. It's just about he can't have an excuse of not hitting the right amount of ball. It's just all about execution. Oh, what? I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's 4 rails.
Yeah, he tried to go a lot shorter. It's uncharacteristically struck. But Raymond's really putting a lot of pressure on Pedro right now. Of course, the thing about Pedro, he's always coming from behind. A flat short angle? Is it flat enough? That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful.
A lot of snaps and applause from the audience on that one.
That's nice control. to keep it flat like that. I think he had a little bit of hold up too. A little bit of outside English just to keep it
Just a tad.
flat. Yeah. But still, the perfect action, perfect hit. So he looks like he sees how he can play 3 rails off the right side of the. Oh. He tried to go 3 rails off the right side of the yellow.
And Pedro has a nice position.
Oh, he can't set it up better. Yeah, he really wanted to make that. This is a chance for Pedro to seize the moment.
Pedro has not had the best positions in the game.
No, he hasn't. But now is an opportunity that he has to capitalize on. And he does. Perfect.
Red hit the.
He didn't like the contact that he got.
Red hit the almost right in the crotch, but it moved parallel to the long rail.
He's checking the distance to see if he has a ticky. If he can hit this ticky without being obstructed, then this can be a good opportunity for him to score. No English follow, and hopefully that he doesn't find a hole near the white. So he's jumping on the ticky opportunity. Beautiful shot by Pedro. Can't hit it better, really.
High, no English on that shot, Ira?
Yep. High, no English. You can even use speed to your advantage. If you hit it faster, you'll go straighter and not let the English pick up. But he hits it perfect. Maximize the size of that white. Beautiful. He's rewarded with a kind of short angle from the red. The kind of shots that Pedro's so good at. It's a little tricky. You can't hit this ball, with too much follow. It'll hook. You definitely don't need any left English. Perfect. Yep.
Well, he started with a good position on the first shot. Now he's made 3.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever your opponent loses control of the balls, that's when Pedro can seize control and start making great shots for himself. Bang. He's so dangerous in that regard, taking your mistakes and making you pay for them. It's a critical juncture in this game. So Pedro is going to play red ball, long, short, long, long. And I think he'll make sure he slices that red so it doesn't bank into the...
Like he just did.
Uh-oh. This could be a lucky shot. Very fortunate. So that's a roll. I think he was trying to hit that ball a little thinner so that the red ball would bank onto the other side of the ball. But sometimes the balls grab, and then, the object ball picks up English, and then, it creates the kisses. But he is very fortunate.
So okay, that's 4.
That's a run of 4. And he's kind of still in line. He can keep control of these balls here.
So you're going to play a short angle here?
I think so. He's going to play a short angle because if he makes it...
No, he's going up.
No. He's going up to the... Okay. So he's going to hit it pretty full and drive the white ball and super spin it off the short rail. No. I mean, the short angle is super sensitive, but it yields many good things. There's a built-in safety. There's a built-in position. Nope, he's not going to do it. He's gonna go
So where does he
full
drive
ball.
the white ball? Just parallel to
Maybe-
the short rail?
Yeah, maybe just back and forth. Yep, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
He passed all the kisses.
A lot
Does
of
he-
spin off
Does he
the
find a
rail?
hole? Perfect. Wonderful execution here. No kiss. Kiss problems averted by just driving the white ball back and forth. Avoids all the kisses, and he plays it 4 rails. Perfect English. Perfect position. Stays close to his work. And that's a run of 5.
In a good position here.
Oh, yeah. A perfect position here. I think he'll play at 5. In other words, going from behind. And he finds a short angle. Perfect control. This is what I mean. He's seizing control of the tables, of the balls, and
He'll play off the red.
yeah, he'll definitely play a short angle off the red. That just pushes all the balls in the middle of the table, which is just has so many options. Yeah, and there's no kiss at all. It's just the pure execution. I think he'll play with a slow speed, stay close to the balls. Red ball is going to stay in the middle of the table.
But he's gonna drive the red a little bit so it goes to the opposite long.
No.
No, I don't think so.
To the opposite long. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But not all the way to the short rail. And it's
Yeah,
just going to be
just
staying close by. Yeah. The further that red ball goes to the short rail, the harder the shot gets, unless he puts it near the corner. But this is pretty challenging, actually. He might have a chance to play a long short here. I don't know if there's a kiss. He can also play this up and down, short, long.
It's off the left side of the white.
Off the left side of the white. It might be what he's looking at. Can avoid all the kisses. He's looking where he's going to cut the white ball to avoid any kisses. He apologizes for taking that extra time. He's on a nice run of 7, and he had a couple of rolls, but still, he's maintaining control. He's going to draw. Wow, this is also... He can start creating kisses here, but it looks like he's going to draw the ball. Wonderful control. Wow, what a nice shot. What a nice shot. Take a look at this. A smooth draw. Misses little kisses with the white. Avoids that kiss. Spins right into score. Very nice. Oh, he almost missed it short. That's an 8. Did you say their high run was 9?
Yes.
So,
I believe it's 9. That Raymon had a 9 in the quarterfinals.
okay. Yes, I think you're right. Against Hugo Patino, he ran a 9. So he's one more point so he can tie with Raymond Groot's high run of 9. Ooh. Okay, well, you know what? He made up a lot of lost ground here. Pedro with a 9. He's right on Raymond's tail. Okay, now Raymond's going to play off the red. Okay, I think he's going to play off the red and come in short with a backup. He's looking at his 5th rail. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. He's looking at playing it long, short, long, and then long, short with a backup. Is it short enough? Beautiful. Perfect control.
Nicely done.
Beautiful shot by Raymon.
Little unlucky where the red ended up.
The important thing is that he's still at the table. He doesn't want to just immediately give it back to the,
It was
the
a
guy
long-
who
there
just
was-
ran an 8.
Yeah, there was a very long sit for him.
And that's a skill in itself. When you're sitting in the chair like that, it's very easy to sort of get cold. Beautiful shot by Raymon. Oh, he's going to try to double the rail. Very easy to put too much spin here. Let's see if he catches the perfect amount of ball hit and matches it with the spin. Oh, looks really good. Beautiful touch. What a nice shot by Raymon. It's so easy to hit that ball with too much English, you know. And you can't guess that shot. You have to know exactly how much ball you're taking and how much spin and what direction it's taken. He returns back to the rail.
Got a snap of the
Yeah.
fingers from Pedro.
Snap of appreciations. He knows how difficult that shot was. You have to appreciate a shot well taken, no matter who's doing it, even if it's your adversary, you know. And he's just jumping up on this. He's playing it flat. Uh-oh. Does he have too much spin? No, it's perfect control. Perfect control by Raymon. Wow. Performance.
Two beauties there.
Beautiful shots.
Raymon is in a very quick rhythm at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, he's a rhythm player, you know. He doesn't dilly-dally, and everything's with a lot of purpose. Super thin hit. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful touch. What a beautiful touch. Now, this one he'll have to hit with a little speed. He might go 5 rails. No, he's taking a look at he's got to make sure that yellow ball doesn't bother the red. Is he playing 5 rails? He's playing 5 rails. He's taking a look at hitting the yellow thinner, which will make it more natural for him to go long and then capture 2 more rails right near where he's standing.
Taking a very long time to look at it. This ball has to hit the 50. Yep.
Oh, what a nice shot. He passed the kiss with the red.
Get out of the way, yellow.
And he really controlled the beautiful control by Raymon. You see how he passed the yellow right underneath the red? You know, the closer that you cut the first ball near the red, the less likely it is to kiss. Beautiful shot. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, he see how he pumped his fist?
Fist pump?
Yeah, that gives him a lot of confidence. That's a very, very tough 5.
So he matched Pedro's 8 with a 5 and
Yeah.
still at the table.
So important that he's... Okay,
Oh,
look at this.
sweet. A little too
He
much.
hit it too good.
Little over exuberant.
Oh, man, that was a good try. But it's very important that he responded to that 8 immediately with a nice run. Look at this. He has so much spin. He catches too deep, and then he spins out long. Oh, he didn't like that action. He almost made it, though. So responding to Pedro's 8 immediately with the 5. And then Pedro,
Looking to where to drive the red ball.
he's going to drive the red ball. And it's not enough to just drive the red ball into the long cushion.
Got a long short.
He's got to go long short, because if he hits the red ball long, it's going to go back and bother the white. So, and then he still needs to go 5 cushions. So this is an intricate shot. Yep, he avoided the kiss, and he hit it perfectly.
Well, the second half has been more scoring, a little faster play.
Yeah, well, the players have no more qualms about unknowns about how the table is behaving, so they're just incorporating all of their knowledge and feeling, There's no insecurities about how the table's playing. They're just expressing their ideas at the table, which is beautiful to watch at this level. And look how the balls are just opening up.
So is he going to drive the white here?
I think he can. Yeah, he's driving the white. He cinched it. Yeah, if you hit it slow with a thin ball, he's most likely he'll miss it long. So what he did was he hit it with speed and English and just cinched the shot. Now, I'm not sure if he can see the white. Yeah, he can see the white. He has a lot of options here. Now, it looks to me that he's looking to play a short angle on the left side of the white. And if he does... he just missed it. Yeah, he looks annoyed with himself. He looks very annoyed with himself. He knows how critical that situation was. That could be a turning point in the match here if Raymon puts together a package. Oh, he's putting some eye drops in his eyes.
Pedro wears contacts.
It could be that his eyes are bothering him. He's shaking his head. He looks a little more uncomfortable with his eyes. I saw him, blinking, visibly annoyed. Now Raymon's got a red ball. I'm not sure what he's doing. I guess he's trying to go to the end rail, but then the yellow ball is a small ball in the middle of the table. Very nice. Oh, but a smart speed. Smart speed. He defends. And I would say it's a successful defense because this is not easy. It's a good try. A good choice and a good try. Very smart.
Little built-in safety. Use speed.
I'm so curious as to what he's looking at here. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going to try to go short, long, and feather this white? Boy.
He's playing
off the red.
A +2.
Yeah, you know what he's doing? He's going short, long, and he's going to try to hit the red with speed. Because if he hits the red, short, long, and hits the red, it's going to have the English to open up to hit the white. That would be an amazing shot. That's what he's going for. Because if you clip the white first, you'll probably miss the red. But if you hit the red, you have a lot of chances to where the right English kicks in and you go to the right. So let's see if he can achieve it.
No, he played it thin off the white.
Oh, he tried it thin off the white.
Yeah.
It was sort of a two-way shot, But that was a very intricate shot there. I do want to see that again. Let's take a look at it again. Yeah, with the speed he played, it looked like he was very accurately maybe trying to glance it off the white.
Feather it, yeah.
Wow, what guts do you have to do that, huh? How confident you have to be. Oh, look at Raymond here. Raymond's looking at playing a flat short angle. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Raymond
Wait
is-
a minute. Wait a minute. That was only one way to miss it.
Wow.
Unbelievable. He played it flat to have the two-way chance. I'm sure of that.
There's an expression for that one. That's when you miss it by nothing.
He missed it by nothing on both sides.
And Raymond is usually very good in those short angle, small.
Yeah.
He's got a classical
what?
training in straight rail and balk line, and
Oh yeah, he's such a good straight rail and one cushion player.
and so in close quarters you expect him to make.
I made the mistake of challenging him to a game of one cushion once.
That is a mistake.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought I was like pretty, enthusiastic one cushion player, but he's an expert.
Also has an excellent masse.
Oh yeah, that comes from the balk line
Yeah.
straight rail. Yeah. Okay, so Pedro's gonna play a stun into a short angle here, where there's no kisses. It's just he can just look forward to good positions if he stays close to the ball. And he's so good at this kind of shot. Right in the middle of the ball.
Pedro's, he's methodical and he's relentless. And he's like the Terminator. Just keeps coming after you.
Yeah. He's becoming so dangerous. He's like a robot, He's like an android or something.
Now Pedro lives and works in San Diego, owns a billiard room. He's
Yeah.
been there for maybe about 20 years, I think.
Yeah. I think that if Elon Musk ever makes a billiard playing robot, it's going to be named Pedro.
Maybe.
All right, maybe not. Yeah, I don't want to bring in Elon into this. Sorry. All right, we'll change the subject. All right, now, Pedro. Rail first, I think. I think he's going to go rail first. He's so good at these, rail first right out of the corner and just pray and hope for no hole. That was rail first. Short, beautiful. Wow, 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 wow.
I believe Pedro's room is called College Billiards.
Yes, that's right. College billiards. So he catches the rail right before the white, and then he whips out of the corner and makes sure he goes short, so that he doesn't find a hole. It's a wonderful solution and perfectly executed. Perfect. So Pedro's
shot.
lining up a bank shot of some kind. It almost looks like it's strange. It looks like he's pointing to a different part of the rail. Oh, you know what he's doing? Oh, okay. He's gonna try to, clip the left side of that white, and you'd have a double chance to score.
He's going to stretch over the balls.
Yeah, he's a little run. Yeah, so if he goes long, short, long, clips the white, he can either clip the white and run into the red, or clip the white, go to the short rail and go into the red. Is that what he's doing? I'm curious why he's not even thinking about going to the left long cushion, but oh wow,
He's
it looks
going
like
long.
is he
because
trying to
he's
go
starting-
under the
Yeah.
and hit the red ball underneath?
Yeah, because he's going from the 60 all the way down. He's going to come back to around the 60.
He was, you know what? He was trying to go
Yeah.
4 rails into a thin ball. Wow, that's so
He
daring.
had to be all the way in the corner. To
That
do it
is
that
just
way.
daring. He kind of misjudged that, but you know what? The fact that even going for that means he's hyper in tune with the table. He just may have just misread that. Okay, Raymond is going to try to capitalize. He still has a small lead. I wouldn't really call it much of a lead, not against Pedro. Can he flatten this ball?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Too much spin.
Ooh, he's mad. He really tried to hold that up with the left English. Had a lot of check side on the first rail and just flattened the ball out.
He shot that very quickly.
That's a smart shot because, if you, put you almost can't put too much hold up because, you have a double chance of making it. He can go to the other long rail and catch it on the other side. But Pedro is back at the table. Raymon's missed the last few innings, so he's in dangerous territory of momentum shift. Which Pedro's excellent at seizing control from a player who's dominating, for a period.
Yeah, Pedro's, gradually creeping back in.
He is. Kind of started with that 8. Okay, he's got a short angle. It's just all he has to do is just make sure he times that white ball not to get in the way. And he's going to love the position if he makes it. Uh-oh, is it too short? It's too short. Oh, he does score it. Perfect. I thought he spun it short. Turns out he controlled everything perfectly. He drove this ball, put a lot of spin. Look at that.
Little curve there.
Little curve. And then the English working on the last rail
Very
still.
nice camera work.
Look at this. Just clips it. Perfect. Maintaining control.
So, Ira, we thank our sponsors and our persons who donate, but no one ever thanks you, Ira. So I wanted to thank you on behalf of the USBA
Oh, I appreciate
for your
that.
efforts here live streaming over the last 4 days.
Thank you. I want to thank the fans for... Oh, wait a minute. He gets kissed out. He had a good line, but he just got kissed out. Yeah, I want to thank all the viewers that are tuning into the live stream. The reason why we make these videos is just so that we can really showcase the enthusiasm and the strong play that American players have.
This was actually one of the stronger, if not the strongest field we've had at the Nationals. There were 20 to 25 players who I would say hovered right around the one average
you
or
had
above.
many one average players, which isn't always the case in American billiards, but it's really improving. Just worldwide, really. Okay, Raymon's playing across table with high speed. Does he make it? Yes, beautiful shot by Raymon. Very dynamic shot. He plays it 3 or 4 or 5 rails. Let's see, high speed here. Power stroke, precision. 1, 2, 3, 4, sweeping the table. Bang. Although I'm sure he played it, 4 on 4. Beautiful shot.
And this tournament not only had very high-quality players, it also was geographically diverse. So we had players from California, Florida, New York area, of course.
And I noticed
Chicago,
some of the regions are arranged like teams.
Team
was
Florida
a team
came
Florida.
up 6 players.
They had their own T-shirts and everything. Wow, it was really impressive.
Polo shirts, dress code.
A lot of camaraderie and team. Oh, look, Raymond doesn't like the fact that he's got to hit this so thin. And he's got kiss to pass. He's got a delicate hit that he's got to manage, and he knows that if he misses it, he's going to sell out because there's no safety here. So he's just going to make sure he judges the action off these 3 rails perfectly. Does he pass the kiss? Perfect. Yes, beautiful touch. Raymond seizing control here. Look at this fine hit that Raymond makes. He touches this ball perfectly. Holds the yellow ball to stay out of the way. Perfect contact on the 3rd rail. And bang. Under the gun, under the severe pressure that Pedro's exerting from behind. a beautiful strategic move with perfect execution, almost perfect execution. His English just died a little bit at the end, but the choice of the shot and the built-in safety, he's leaving nothing to chance. He's happy with the 2, and he's and a chance to score on the 3rd, and leaving Pedro absolutely nothing. I don't even see the bank shot here, really. Pedro's going to have to make some fantastic shot to. He's going to have to slam this high speed and make a flat short angle or something ridiculous in order to break this safety. Maybe a magical shot here. Oh, he's looking to bank it. Okay, so this is what Pedro's looking to do. He's trying to go 3 rails into the white. But it's it's very easy. It's awkward cueing, first of all, but it's very easy to just clip the white too thin and miss it. And there's no bank shot if he hits the red ball first, so he has to hit the white about half ball. And no fuller, no thinner.
So he's going to just play this a natural out of the corner?
Yeah.
With running English?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Okay. But the speed is really important. Yeah, he's just stretching. He's awkward. But he's got to hit just the right amount of the white ball. Yeah, perfect. Like oh, wow. That was beautiful. It did look easy. Masterful shot. Masterful shot. All right, let's see.
Right on the line. It's the 30. And to the inside.
Yeah. Almost hits it too thin, and he could have missed the shot. But he avoided that, and now he's rewarded with a short angle, which he's looking at here. He's looking at the red ball. Wow. I'm surprised he's not playing the short angle from the white. Very nice. Perfect. Okay, well, what are his options here? He can play 5 rails off the white, but I think he's going to go 3 rails from the red.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, he's going to hook a little bit to the corner and then hit the 3rd rail right where he put his hand. The 5 rail is just too reckless. There's kisses. It's easy to have the ball slip off the cushions. This one he could just stay down and get a good line to the 1st rail. And also quite impossible to get a bad position if he makes this.
So he's basically rolling his cue ball up to the corner.
Right, with the inside English.
Yeah.
But he's got a kiss to get rid of, and he did it perfectly. He smiled, he sort of grimaced and apologized because I think he didn't pass the kiss exactly the way he wanted to. But regardless, he had a good hit, and now he's only one away from tying up the game. This shot's challenging. If he slices the red ball and then goes around the table and then tries to back it up, then he can find the angle. He definitely doesn't want to bank the red into the white. That's what he's doing. He's going to try to slice the red ball and then go 3 cushions and then long, short to back up underneath the white. I think that's what he's doing. Nope, he didn't like it. He hit it too thin. Does he have enough reverse to hold it up? Oh, he knew it the second he hit it that he felt he missed it. That's what he was trying to. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Yeah, you notice how he knew it right away. It wasn't the action he was wanting. He's shaking his head.
Little smirk where he saw it hit.
But he played it 5 rails from the behind. That's what he did. Just misses it by a millimeter. Wow. and Raymon capitalizes. That was to tie it up. And instead he lost the control and Raymon had an open position.
Raymond just keeps pushing.
Relentless. But he's got to close it out now. Now we're getting to the last 10 points. I think he's gonna. I think he can play this off of the yellow as a cross table and go, sweeping across. I don't know if that's what he's looking at. Oh, he's looking at doing something like he did before. The ball, long, short, long. Oh no, he's playing a short angle.
Spinning it.
Yeah. I thought the red ball was closer in the rail than it is. He's playing a short angle. Beautiful. Oh.
Didn't want to overspin it, and so he underspun it.
Sensitive. So sensitive. Raymon a little annoyed at himself for that. Okay. So here's Pedro hoping he doesn't find a hole here for the Reds. Let's see how he can avoid it. Oh, very unfortunate to back out at that speed.
Yeah.
At that speed, he had the perfect line to make that ball as big as possible, and at that speed to find that
The
hole.
tables have been playing that way though, with that type
No,
of straight
this
back out.
is just not. This is just bad luck, I mean, that was a small hole. That was just bad luck.
He's looking for where to drive the yellow.
Well, he's going to have to hit the yellow very full so he doesn't bank it into the red. And then he's going to have to fly around, and hopefully he doesn't find a hole. Power. He hooked forward a little bit. He lost the control. The cue ball hooked forward. Wow. And now Pedro has a shot here, very thin to pass the kiss, very thin, not that much English. Oh, he's going to hit it full. Looks like he's hitting it pretty full and going to drive the white away. Okay.
Behind it, a little bigger back up.
Beautiful,
this time.
beautiful.
Now he has a 5 cushion shot.
Yes, he does. Perfect shot. A 5 cushion shot, 6 or 7 cushion shot from Pedro. With no defense, all position. And he finds a hole. Pedro just falling short of tying the game back up with Raymon. Raymon needs to seize the opportunity to make a little run right here if he wants to close this out. Raymon looking exactly where he's driving this this yellow ball. I'm wondering, I guess he does have an option to play a short angle off the right side of the yellow, but it looks like he's going to be trying to go long, short, long. Avoid all the kisses and just... Oh, he's playing short, short, long. That's what he's doing, short, short, long. Very, very nice decision. What a beautiful shot. At first, I thought he was going to draw it to the long rail. That would have been stupid. This is a beautiful solution. He made that ball so big, especially with the speed and the way he attacked the second and third rails. Sealed the point. Beautiful shot. And he's rewarded. He's playing the outside of the ball. If he catches it thin with English, he can actually get a nice position out of this. Perfect. Let's see what kind of lead he gets out of this. Oh, beautiful. So now he'll play the right side of the yellow and play at 5 rails if he can pass the kisses. Wow. He's looking at hitting the red ball. Nope. He's just acting. Yep, he's going to hit this 5-railer. Just going to be very careful of where that yellow is going. He doesn't want to, he wants to make sure he doesn't kiss out. He's playing the short angle. He's stunning into the short angle. He couldn't find a way to pass the kiss with the yellow, so he's going to stun into a short angle. Oh, and he just misses it. Sensitive shot. I feel like the ball jumped a little bit. Oh, wow. But Raymon didn't leave a really easy shot, so Pedro's going to have to work for this. Pedro's going to try to use heavy reverse English on the first rail and swing across with maximum spin. He does. He achieves it. Oh, and he just misses the... Oh, wait a minute. He gets lucky? No. Almost got lucky on that shot. Take a look at this. Such a good effort by Pedro to break this safety. Heavy inside reverse English on the first rail. Swing it right across. He just almost makes the lucky shot, and then... Okay, Pedro gives it back, and then Raymon gives it right back.
So Ira, we've been joined in the booth by Tom Scoreboard, who's one of the board members of the USBA and plays out of this room. And I'm going to let you and Tom finish up this game. Tom's familiar with the tables in the room and most of the players, and he's contributed financially to the tournament and also helped us out here.
Yeah, thank you,
Ira,
Tom.
again, thank you
You're
very
welcome,
much
guys.
for your hard work.
No,
I have to
thank
do a little USBA business to get ready for
Okay.
the trophy ceremony.
All right, thank you, Andy.
Happy to be here, Ira.
Tom, so glad you could join us in the booth. This is a tense situation now. They are neck and neck. I'm sure you were following this match.
Yes, I've been watching
And,
it very closely.
Pedro's been struggling to try to get back into the game, and Raymond's really been controlling the balls to an extent, seizing control from Pedro, which is not easy to do, as you know.
It's hard not to leave Pedro a shot.
This is exactly what the tactical game is not what Pedro wanted to butt heads with Raymond. He's so experienced in the tactical game. Sometimes when the balls are not connecting and he's not getting the positions, look at Pedro. He's meditating in the chair, just trying to get his mind back into this game. He's been missing by millimeters. Raymond's been taking the balls and leaving him tough every time. And that's not the game that Pedro wanted to play. A lot of credit to Raymond for being able to do that.
Very nice natural.
Yeah, he's been capitalizing on every one of Pedro's mistakes, and then making sure when Pedro came to the table, he didn't have a easy cookie to take control back. You know what? It's possible that he could probably spin off of that red ball and maybe make a short angle out of this. I don't know. I can't see from this angle. No, he's not even looking at that. He's going to try to play this as some sort of cross table, I think. It's hard to tell from exactly where we're looking. Let's look at this view. Yes, he played his cross table. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful shot.
Yes, a very smart shot too. Because no matter what happened, Pedro was going to still be in jail. Very, very nice shot. Cross table.
Raymond is a very strong cross table player.
Long into the red. Beautiful shot. And he maintains the lead, keeps control. He's been keeping Pedro at bay, which is very hard to do. Such a smart player, Raymond. But he's got a tough position here, though. I'm not so sure he can even see the yellow. I think if he can see the yellow, then maybe he can do something off of it. But the red ball. But the nice thing is he's close to the red, so he can get any hit he wants. And now the question is, how do you solve the problem? How do you find the angle? It almost looks like he's aiming at the yellow, so maybe he can see a window underneath the yellow and play a tiki. Oh no, he played it. Oh wow! What a shot! Beautiful shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, and he clenched his fist on that shot. A critical situation. Look at this angle here. He just drops this in with precision. To judge those backups is so difficult. He did have a little bit of hold up, not maximum.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, just a little bit, and that's just a intricate shot.
Wonderful speed, too.
Yeah, beautiful execution. Beautiful. And you rewarded with a tiki.
Yes. Very nice position on this.
Yeah. And he's good at these tikis. Beautiful touch.
Beautiful.
Seizing control of the table, basically. That's what he's been doing this entire game. Making Pedro pay for every mistake. and as in leaving Pedro with nothing.
That red ball was sitting kind of through the center dot, which is a great
Yeah.
place to hit it.
That's right. You almost can't not get a good shot after. This is maybe the worst possible leave, given the situation that he had. But I think he can drive that red into that little gap under the yellow and then maybe stun around. I'm not sure if that's what he's looking at. Oh, you know what he's doing?
He's going to play off the right side of the red.
Yes, but he's playing short, long with a high speed. He loves this kind of shot. I'm going to take a look at the overhead here. Oh, no, he played it short. Might have too much English here. Whoa, wait a minute. Wow, but that's a difficult position.
He left Pedro in a tough spot. Pedro does have a...
Okay, but that was a very nice run of 4, and all the pressure's on Pedro right now.
Raymon was ahead by 10 at the break, correct?
That's right, and then Pedro made it up with a run of 8, and and then Pedro's been struggling to just overtake him the entire time. Oh, very, very close.
Very close, and he left Raymon quite a nice shot.
That was a good try, though.
It was.
Look at this shot. Bank shot.
He just missed this.
He could have umbrellaed it. I think that's what he was trying. He was trying to hit the red ball. He could have made it. That's why he chose that shot, I think, because it had many options to score, except for that one. And now Raymon passes the kiss by a millimeter.
Yes. Looks
And
like it's
scores.
good. It does.
And does he get a good leave? Does Raymon have a good leave? Yes, he
I
does.
think he's going to try to push Pedro into the corner and come around the table.
Yeah, well, he won't be able to hold a yellow in the corner from here. If anything, he can bank the yellow into the middle of the table, which is even better, and then he'll be able to just land lightly on the red. So I think that's what he's going to try. Let's look at the angle. Yeah, you just play this as a 3 cushion off the left side of the yellow.
Yep.
But he's so good at these shots here. And it doesn't matter where the yellow stops. If it's in the middle of the table, he's going to have a good shot to try to go out. He's playing for 4. Does he find the line? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, does he have an opening is the question. Wow. Playing for 3. Raymon is playing for 3. And it's almost the worst possible position given the situation. He doesn't have enough space on the right side of the yellow. Maybe if he massays it. He can play a flat short angle from the red, so I think he might go for that. But that doesn't look easy either. I'll tell you what, he's so good with massé shots. He might just massé this. No, he's going to try to feather thin this. This looks so hard. This looks insanely hard. He's going to have to wiggle the ball. Is there even an angle? What's going on here? He's jumping on it like, wow, he just wiggled the ball. Beautiful shot. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. There was no angle, and he just wiggled the ball. Let's look at this shot. How precise do you have to be to just scrape the paint off that yellow ball? He just wiggled the ball.
Wow.
I'm going to make a shameless plug here and say that he happens to be shooting with a Predator Revo ultra low deflection shaft, which honestly, for those thin hits, it's like cheating. Okay, end of shameless plug. That was a beautiful shot. And now And now Raymon is playing for 2.
He's certainly got a nice. He's certainly got a nice shot off the right side of the red if he wants it.
Yeah, he's positioned. He's so focused now.
Yeah.
This is a dream of his to become the U.S. national champion. He's been talking about this for years, and he's been knocking on the door so long. Super stun. This is his specialty. Just needs to make sure he doesn't bank that red 3 rails into the yellow. That happens a lot, but super spin on the last rail. Perfect, right in the face of it. He pumped his fist. He knew that was an important shot.
1 point to now.
1 point. Raymon Groot is playing the last point, match point for the championship. The house is going to erupt. In many respects, this is an upset,
I
right?
agree.
Now, even though it's hard to say because Raymond's such a good player, but he hasn't won the national championship yet, and Pedro is always dominating. Pedro was definitely struggling, but it was a lot to do with Raymond's tactical play and just seized it from Pedro. Okay, but he still hasn't made the last shot yet. This is not that easy. He's going to play the outside of the red, pass a kiss with the red. Did he make it? Did he make it? Yes! And Raymon Groot defeats Pedro Piedrabuena 40-28 in 23 innings. And Pedro gives him a hug. Raymon Groot is the 2025 U.S. national champion. Oh, he's just, look at him. He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. Raymon Groot, a standing ovation from the appreciative audience. Oh, amazing performance. All week long. It's a crowd favorite.
What a happy moment
What a
for
happy
Raymon.
moment for Raymon. And it was his birthday.
Yesterday, yes.
And he just took, it was a hard-fought tournament. Raymon Groot is the USBA 2025 national champion. Yeah, he seized that championship from Pedro. What an amazing event. Yeah, amazing event for Raymon, and I'm so happy for him. He really deserved it. He performed like a champion. I mean, he
really did. He played like a champion.
Touch-up. As the game progressed, he just got deeper and deeper into control. And I was saying before, we were looking at his stats, and his runs of 4 and over were, and he finished with a 4 and a 5 and out. He has an uncanny number, percentage-wise, even compared to other good players, of runs over 4. Some players like Hugo have tons of runs of 2 and 3, and less percentage of runs over 4. But Raymon, it's all the control. He's really moving the ball.
Talk to Raymon about playing position, and he says it's all about speed.
Yeah,
that's how he thinks about it.
Well, clearly it's his straight rail balk line, decades of background in the straight rail and balk line, and 1 cushion. And now his focus in 3 cushion for the last decade or so has been, and all the hard work that he's been putting on it. He definitely deserves this. I want to use this opportunity to thank our sponsors once again. Royal Pro, the official cloth of the USBA, beautiful synthetic cloth that plays tournament conditions regardless of the humidity, very easy to maintain. And it's a joy to own for all room owners. They always, and all the players this week, they've just been complimenting the conditions, and it has a lot to do with
about the tables.
The Royal Pro synthetic cloth. There's a lot to do with it. It's the official cloth of the USBA national event. Aramith billiard balls. We don't have to say anything else about that. Those are the best balls, for decades on the market. Predator Carom, Predator CRM. Carbon fiber, Revo, ultra low deflection, and standard deflection shafts, available exclusively at caramsports.com. J Workshop, the fine custom cue from Sang Jin Lee, and our host, Bergen Billiards, and the owner, and founder, Kang Lee, who celebrated a very good tournament. I mean, he made it to the semifinals, and he just lost by a tiny margin against Raymond.
Yes, Raymond, he battled it out. Very good friends. They played together a lot.
Kang's been knocking on the door also, with going deep into the nationals field. And it's just a matter of time, I think, before Kang really proves himself. But the better player did win, the more experienced player. Raymond Groot's experience is really what carried him out of that game with Kang. Kang's execution is like astoundingly perfect. And Raymond just, showed his experience, both in that game, and then in this final, where he, I hate to say upset, but he really took down the favorite of the tournament, the 12-time U.S. national champion, and Raymond is now, memorialized himself as a U.S. national champion, and I'm so happy for Raymond.
So I want to just take a second to thank you for everything that you do. And come in and provide this incredible streaming, and of course your narrative is wonderful, and everybody on the board is really appreciative of your efforts.
Oh, well, I thank you for saying that, Tom. I really want to thank the fans for joining the stream and watching the stream. I love this game, and I think it's the greatest ball sport. And when we have great matches and amazing, talented players like this, it's a shame if we just don't, present them in the proper way and in the proper light. And as you can see, Three Christian Billiards is such a wonderful sport to participate in. Of course, we all know that, but also to just watch it and learn from it. Every cueist, pool player, snooker player, carom player, we all can take skills from interdisciplinary, the mix, and I think that we're seeing a sort of a renaissance in pool and billiard sports in the last 4 or 5 years, and I hope that continues. And I hope, and as I said before, I thank all the fans for joining. I hope you'll continue to subscribe and follow the USBA to participate and get engaged in such an interesting and exciting sport.
Well, thank you for having me on, even for such a brief time, and I'm thrilled to have been here when Raymond got his first crown. I spent a lot of time this week, Ira. I take time to speak to all the players, and the feedback I got was wonderful room, wonderful conditions, but the camaraderie is what they all appreciate, and the sportsmanship.
And the respect. The mutual respect, I think, is just, you feel it in the air. And
you really do. Yeah.
There's a lot of excitement at this event the entire week. I'm so appreciative to everybody that participated, for all the people that worked so hard behind the scenes, including you that worked, doing the accounting and doing the hard work that nobody sees. I really appreciate that, and traveling so far to come here from all over every edge of the country.
We had folks from Tacoma, of course, California,
Florida,
Texas,
Chicago, Midwest. Every state sent their best to this event, and we had the strongest field too. Strongest field, exciting matches every round. It was exciting matches.
Yes.
And I feel so happy and privileged to be able to bring this wonderful sport for everybody to enjoy in the stream. So thanks to everybody for tuning in.
Yes. So it looks like we're getting ready. I've got to get up there with Charlie and.
We're going to do the closing ceremony and. Okay. Well, signing off. I'm not going to sign off. I'm going to let it roll, and
Okay.
let's watch the closing ceremony.
Okay, Ira. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.